Sugih pangarti, jembar pangabisa. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment this YouTube channel SMKN 1 Japara, and don't forget to turn on the bell so you got some information about our lovely school SMKN 1 Japara and also about education in Indonesia. So you are watching, everyone, or sahabat nepan, you are watching a podcast called Bincang Seru Nepan, a podcast that show or help you to know more about our lovely school SMKN 1 Japara. So maybe today podcast is a little bit different because like always, we always accompanied by two beautiful hosts, but for today I am your host. I'm Restu Fauzia Wijaya. Also, I am an English teacher here in SMKN 1 Japara. So, in this podcast, in this special podcast, we will talk about English. Yeah, English as a general and English progress in SMKN 1 Japara. So, like in another episode, we always have a guest. And also, of course, in this episode, we will have a guest from teachers in our school also, two beautiful English teachers here. So without any further ado, hello, Mrs. Kusmia, hello, Miss Neneng, how are you today?
Fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. So how do you feel? This is the first time that we got here in podcast SMKN 1 Japara. How do you feel, Miss Neneng? You feel glad, yeah. But
I feel like a little bit nervous.
Yeah, me too. Normal because this is the first time. Yeah, so nervous for today. But for sahabat nepan, we will get you some information about especially English in our lovely school. So, yeah. And then let's move on. Maybe our sahabat nepan wants to know more about our lovely teachers here. So maybe some sort introduction. Who wants to be the first? Mrs. Kusmia or Miss Neneng?
Okay.
Mrs. Kusmia, okay, time's yours.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I would
Hello.
like to introduce myself. I am Mrs. Kusmia. I'm as an English teacher in SMK 1 Japara, and now I teach English in automotive classes.
Okay, so how long have you been here, Mrs. Kusmia, actually?
I have been teaching here for 5 years.
5 years. Oh, it feels like yesterday when you got here and we become a friend, something like that. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. And what about you, Miss Neneng? Time is yours.
Okay. Halo, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Neneng Sri Nur Hayati. I'm one of the English teacher here. My hobby is shopping. And my favorite quote is do what you love and love what you do.
Yeah, good one. Okay, so maybe that's a short introduction from our lovely teachers here, our guest for today. So maybe we just got into our main discussion about English, especially English in our lovely school SMKN 1 Japara. So my question is, maybe who wants to be the first? So we will find out later. So my question is, maybe our sahabat nepan also curious about this question. Is there any differences between vocational high school English and vocational high school and English in senior high school? Yeah, we really got curious about this. Who wants to answer first? Okay, Mrs. Kusmia, please.
Thank you, Ms. Restu. Okay, according to your statement that English in vocational high school and English in senior high school, I think is different because we know that when we learn English in vocational high school, maybe the material should be focused to the major.
I get it.
In vocational high school,
Right.
Sam has the several major. Like I teach in automotive. The material given to the student in automotive may be different with the material given to the accountancy class. Exactly, in automotive, the material, both the reading or the conversation should be focused to the something needed in the laboratory. Maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, the procedure check, how to operate something.
Yeah, that's right.
It's very different when I teach in accountancy.
Yeah, of
maybe,
course, yeah.
About the conversation and the material of the text should focus to the financial report.
Yeah, that's right.
And management. So it is the differences, and then about the
Senior high school, yeah.
Senior high school is more general.
Yeah, that's right.
Because in senior high school, the student doesn't have any major.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
The student in senior high school motivated to continue
their
the
study.
to university, not to find a job.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. The main point, according to Mrs. Kusmia here, that the differences between vocational and senior high school, that's totally different. Because as we know that in vocational high school, there are so many majors. Yeah, we cannot count one by one. The major is so many. So, and in senior high school, it's more like general. So we can English in senior high school, we talk about natural phenomena, social phenomena, but in vocational high school, it's more like English special purposes, right? Do you agree with me?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, maybe Miss Neneng, you have some addition?
Actually, I agree with Mrs. Kusmia's statement that the differences between senior high school and vocational school English is very different. Maybe the specific is the curriculum.
That's
the
right.
vocational school curriculum has the specific purpose. In vocational school, the student is prepared to be ready for looking for a job.
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
right.
And then so they have to master English with their major.
Okay. The good one. So the conclusion is they are totally different in English, right? Okay. So maybe my next question is still relates to the first question, like what you said before, that are totally different in vocational and senior high school. So why English in vocational high school is really important? Is it important? Yes, of course, important. Yeah. So that why it's really important? Maybe Miss Neneng wants to answer it.
English is very important not only for vocational, but it's important for another subject and another life in our daily life. Why English in vocational is important? Because like my statement in the previous, that our student is prepared to be ready for looking for a job for his career in the future.
Okay.
That's my statement.
So another addition, Miss?
Okay. I agree with the statement from Miss Neneng. I think English is very important in vocational high school because we know that English is an international language.
Of course.
And we know that most of the students after graduation from vocational high school have a dream to find out the job in a big company. And we know most of the owner of the big company is come from foreign people. So when they find out the job in the company, maybe the standard operational procedure, or maybe the regulation, the instruction, when they are doing work, exactly using English. So the student in vocational high school is demanded to be able to speak English, to be able to writing
That's
English.
right.
It can support them to easily in getting a job.
Okay, thank you. So we can conclude that so the goal also are different, right? In vocational high school, the main goal is looking for the job, of course. like in our country, the company, most of the companies are from the international, and so it is multinational and international, of course. So when you become employee and you got into the company, of course you have to interact with another people, another employee, of course. When the company is international company, so there's so many employees that from another foreign country, so of course you have to interact with them, communication with them using English. And of course the most important thing, one of the most important thing, when our student, vocational high school student, got into company and operated, their job is to operate it machine, for example. Of course there's so many procedure and the instruction that using English. So of course the student should know and understand how to operate it in English, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and then for the next question, I guess, because this is like my experience also, because I am an English teacher, and according to my experience, that when I teach students, most of them feel like, I don't like English, I hate English, I don't want to study about it, I don't want to learn about it. Most of our students, right? Yeah, they hate it. So why? And most of them are from remote area. So why is it happen? What do you think about that? Why they really hate about English? Maybe Miss Kusmia?
Okay. According to your statement that student in the remote area really hard to study English, right? Okay. In my opinion, maybe because the student in the remote area have a lack of facilities.
Yeah, that's right. The good one.
Like the internet access, maybe.
Yeah,
and,
that's right.
It's different with the students study in the big city.
Yeah, that's right.
Have a big opportunity to find anything according to the internet facility access and whatever. And then some statement that make English is hard for the student in the remote area, maybe because they have mother tongue.
Yeah, mother tongue.
Usually speak using mother tongue. Okay.
Yeah.
And their family atmosphere, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
And then the environment that not support they to speak English.
Yeah, of
So
course.
they think English is hard and English is not important again.
Yeah. And what about you, Miss Neneng? Is there any some addition?
Okay, some with Mrs. Kusmia. I think the student feel hard to learn English is because they not open-minded.
Yeah.
Okay. They just thinking that English is not important because English not influence or important to their career in their future.
Yeah.
Okay. So many students think that, but in the fact, English is very important for us in for our career. It very support. Okay.
Okay. So the point here, like Mrs. Kusmia said, it's about facilities, the access. For example, that internet access, maybe some of them between student and city, student city and remote area. Yeah. For example, like course, the city student got course, but in remote area, there lack of accessibility for maybe from the internet or some courses. And Mr. Neneng said that it's about, they think English is not, I'm sorry, they think that English is not important, so they have no passion about English, right? Okay, so and then after these questions that we face, that our students really hate English, do you have any some tips for our sahabat Nepan wants to improve their English skill, maybe they have an interesting in English, but they don't know how to what I can do, what way that I have to do first. So maybe Mrs. Kusmia or Mrs. Neneng have some tips about this. You can share with our sahabat Nepans, please. Maybe who want to be the first, Mrs. Kusmia or Mrs. Neneng?
Okay.
Okay.
According to my experience as a student, I have some tips to improve our English. The first is you have to improve your English by listening music. You can study the lyric, and you can hear the English podcast or English news, and then you can watching English movie, and you can reading. It's very important for you. And the second is you have to practice, of course. You have to practice what vocabulary you get. You have to practice it in our daily life, intensively and continuously. And the last is you need the partner. Okay, when you practice, you need a partner to do it. Okay, when you didn't find a partner, you can practice by yourself. You can talk to the mirror. You can practice it in front of the mirror. I think.
Yes. So that's an interesting one. One tip from Miss Neneng that say that practice. You have to practice. If you don't have any partner, you can just look into the mirror and just say it by yourself, right? And also like it's about output and input. It's about reading novel and then watching movies and listening music. It also help you to improve your English skill. And what about you, Mrs. Kusmia?
Maybe my opinion is report to the Miss Neneng statement. Exactly, now there is globalization era. Exactly, every people is easily to find information from anything. So maybe the tips for improving English, we can take the e-course maybe from the internet, and then we are able to watching movie.
That's right.
And do not look at about the translate. It can improve our English, and then maybe we are able to find information in English from the YouTube and from whatever in internet or for the television.
Okay. What I got from Mrs. Kusmia's opinion about the tips, some of tips, like there's so many ways nowadays. Of course, in globalization era, we can access internet, and there's so many information in the internet we can access, and including English, of course. We can access from like there's so many information, right? Okay, so and the main question from me that about English in our school in SMK 1 Japara, how the progress in SMK 1 Japara in our school. Is there any activity that support English in SMK 1 Japara? Who wants to be the first? Mrs. Kusmia.
In SMK and SMK 1 Japara maybe have several activities that can support English. SMK 1 Japara has a program named English Day. English Day. English Day is a program that given both of the student and the teacher for the day should speak full English.
Right? Okay.
Exactly, it is English is on the zone, or maybe it is a simple English. It doesn't really matter. Okay, it doesn't any problem. The most important thing is we have to superior to try to speak up, be brave, don't be shame. to speak in front of each other.
Okay, so from the Mrs. Gusmia opinion that in SMKN 1 Japara there are one activity that always do once a week in every Monday. Every student, teachers, every person in SMKN 1 Japara, yeah, whoever it is, you should speak English in Monday once a week, right? Okay, so and what about you, Miss Neneng? Is there any support activity for English progress in our school?
Okay, in SMK Japara, I think that the English progress is very significant.
Okay.
It's show by every Monday. It show
English
full
day,
day,
full day,
full
yeah.
day, okay. And then to support it, we have an extracurricular that's called English Club.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
English
I heard
Club
it.
is facilitated to students who want to improving their ability in English or they are interested in English. We are facilitated by English Club, and then we prepare our student for following the contest by following English Club. Okay.
Okay, so that's interesting one. Another activity that we have in our school, sahabat Nepan really want to know about it. That is English Club. There's so many activities that you can follow for our students who are interested in English. For example, watching movie, right? And discuss it together and then sing a song. Playing game. Games vocabulary.
Yes, of course.
And then role play.
Role play.
Yeah. There's so many activities.
Many activities they make them happy and fun with English. Because English is fun, not scary or the other thinking.
Okay, good one. English is fun. Yeah, English is fun, not scary. So don't be shy. Be confident about English. Okay, so maybe we come to the conclusion here. The conclusion for English podcast today that we are in our school SMKN 1 Japara, see English is really important, especially for vocational high school, and we do some activities to support our student and in SMKN 1 Japara. For example, once a week there is English Day, and another activity that English Club. For example, there are so many activities that support English progress in Nepan. So thank you so much for having here in podcast Nepan, Bincang Seru Nepan. And there's so many information that Mrs. Kusmiah and Miss Neneng can give to sahabat Nepan. Very informative and very useful. I hope it's really useful. Okay, maybe that's it. Thank you so much. And maybe we can see for sahabat Nepan who wants to join us in SMKN 1 Japara, and maybe you want to improve your English skill, and maybe you want to join English Club, have a fun activities. Don't forget to register and join with us, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment this YouTube channel SMKN 1 Japara, and don't forget also turn on the bell so you will get some information about SMKN 1 Japara and another information. Okay, see you for the next episode. So, sugih pangarti jembar pangabisa.